Students who are in the online, am I audible, students? Those who says good evening, I am also saying good evening. Okay. Alok Singh. Okay. Now let's start the discussion. Previous class, what was our topic? Arguments passing techniques. How many arguments passing techniques? 5. What are those 5? Positional arguments, default arguments, keyword arguments, variable length arguments, keyword variable length arguments. So I'll go to functions. I'll go to types of arguments or parameters. First one completed. Second one also done. And keyword arguments I'm going to discuss. Okay. So keyword arguments we are going to start. While I'm discussing keyword arguments, you will come across positionals also and default also will come across. So let us take keyword arguments. Almost you got a clarity about what are the keyword arguments. Already we had something, but I want to move to the further. See students, my interest is I'm having A, I'm having B, I'm having C, I'm having D. These are my headings. For the A value, I want to pass always the value 10. I want to pass B value 20, C and D 30 and 40 I want to pass it. So here 10 I am passing, always supposed to pass 10, 20 and 30, 30 to pass. And next is what 40 to pass. I want to pass 40 all the times. So how you can plan it out? DEF display A comma B comma C comma D. There I will write it. Print of what? A comma B comma C comma D I wrote it. Coming to the main program, there I am writing display of 10, 20, 30, 40. What this is called? Function call with what concept? Positional arguments. So how many values I am passing? 4. What is this 10, 20, 30, 40 are called? Arguments. 10 is passing to whom? A. 20 passing, 30 passing, 40 passing. What these are all called? Positional arguments. Right? Done. So I will pass to, that means I am the developer of this. ఏ క్లాస్ మీరు ఏ క్లాస్ నా క్లాసేనా మరి ఎప్పుడైనా వెనక్కి కూర్చున్నారా మీరు మీరు నాకు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి ఫస్ట్. మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా కూర్చున్నారా? మరి ఈరోజు ఎందుకు కూర్చుంటారు వెనక? ఇప్పుడు కూర్చోండి. Don't disturb existing students. Boys means sitting in front, girls means sitting in front. Boys back side, girls front side. You understand rules of our class. If anybody coming and trying to sit in the middle, don't allow them. If I am the student sitting, if somebody coming in, entering in middle of it, I'll say, go from here, I'll say, I'm concentrating in my class. So that's why any girls are coming late, come to front and take the chairs in the first row, because nobody will sit in the first row, because all you are backbench students, right? So sit in that. Boys will sit in the back side. When you will understand my rules and regulations, I don't know. Display of what? 10, 20, 30, 40. What these are all called? Parameters. And these are called what? Arguments. So function call with arguments passing to this, done. So I am the developer of it. I am the caller of it. KVR is the developer of this function and he can call in which order what to pass. But in real time, what is happening? I am the developer and you are the caller. You are the caller. You know AB first is taking and you don't know in which order CD taking. The order can be either CD or it can be DC. Are you following? A, B, C, D are the parameters. I don't know. Parameters I know. Parameter names I don't know. But in which order that ABCD is available, I don't know. How to pass the data correctly? I know the parameter names, but I don't know the order of the parameters. I don't know the order of the parameter. I know parameter names, but I don't know the order of the parameters. That time, what is the best technique to pass the data? Keyword argument. In any order, you can pass it, but I have to pass the data in the correct order. The best technique is what? Keyword arguments. So tell me, I am writing display 40, 20, 10, 30 I am passing. If I pass like that, is it called a wrong mapping or not? Can you adjust it to pass the properly? This is called, right now it is called positional arguments or not? Positional arguments is giving you wrong mapping or not? So can you adjust this now? Online students, come on, speak out. 40, very good. D, 20, B, 10, A, 30, C. What this concept is called? Keyword arguments. Why they are using the word called arguments? In the function call we are using. That's why they are known as what? Keyword arguments. Keyword. So D is equal to 40, where it will go to D only. B is equal to 20 will go to B only. A is equal to 10 will go to A only. C is equal to 30 will go to where? C only. Are you able to follow? So did you understand this technique? Next, C students, display of what? 40, 10 and 20 and 30. Say, is it a way of passing correctly like that? No. Come on, pass it. D is equal to A is equal to B is equal to C equal to. What is this concept called? Calling the function with keyword arguments. Next, display of I'm passing 10, 20 and then 40, 30. 40, 30. 10, 20, no problem. 10, 20, no problem. 10, 20, no problem now. And what is that now? 40, 30. Now 40 for whom? D is equal to 30. See, what are the first two? AB కాదు మొద్దుబాబులు. Positional arguments. What is this 10, 20? Positional arguments. What is this DC? So this is a function call for what? Positional arguments come keyword arguments. First one is called what? Positional arguments. Second one is keyword argument. Third one is, fourth one is, that means I can pass the data in any of this format. So go for that. Now I'm going to take up, let me go to the example here. People will ask you, when do you go for keyword arguments? Will you answer it up? When do you go for keyword arguments? You have to tell, I know the function name, I know the parameter names, but I don't know the order of the parameters. That time I will go for what? Keyword arguments is the best technique. Keyword arguments is the best technique. So I'm going to write it. Keyword, keyword, args, example1.p1. So I'm writing there program for demonstrating, which is a very, very important program for demonstrating keyword arguments. Keyword arguments. These are very important in Pandas, Matplotlib, and NumPy. This is a very beautiful technique. So I will write it. Here I am writing, say something like this, 50. Here I am writing print of A backslash T, print of B backslash T, print of C backslash T, print of D. Now I'm going to take up. Here I'm writing, see students, now I'm going to write it. Here I'm saying like this. Are you following me? Display of 10, 20, 30, 40. Display D is equal to 40, B is equal to something like this. Are you getting students? Now, try to go for this main program and try to get this data. Try to run once and try to keep it. Comment here, and this also say comment. Function call with what? Function call with what? Positional arguments. Positional arguments. Here function call with what next? keyword arguments. That anyhow I will keep it. First, let me execute this. So save this now. Go to the place. Here I will go. So I think you already understood how to execute from command prompt. Done. Keyword arguments example 1.py. Go to the command prompt. This part was explained already in the here. E colon. In the batch mode, I was explained already this one. Python 6 p.m. Say functions here. Go to the place. Py. See here. I got my data and go to once. Here I will write it. Here I will write it like this. Backslash t. Backslash t. Backslash t. Like that. Dot format of what? A comma B comma C comma D. Try to run it and see this data under A, B, C, D. We got it. Next, you open this comment next line. This is function call with what? Yes, keyword argument. So see that now carefully and see this passing perfectly or not. Suppose by mistake, if I remove this data, if I remove the data like that, you are 40. Now you are writing 10 and see this remove and you are getting that answer, but it is a wrong mapping or not. So we should not. This is not the perfect way. So you have to go for what? You have to say something like this. And this also you try to remove. Also with what arguments? Keyword arguments. Done. Execute students. Got the perfect output. Now this also, some of them are function call with what? Positional arguments and function call with positional arguments and keyword arguments. Okay. So you got it 10, 20, 30, 40. You got the perfect answer. You're able to follow this? Well, now I'm going to enter students. One question I'm asking. Here I'm writing display of 40, 30, 10, 20. Now tell me what is the D value? D is equal to. What is this value? C is equal to. Some people will get a question. D value going to where? 40. And C value going to where? This C. And this rest of the values are going to where? AB. There is an expectation that generally people will expect. But this is giving you error. So I already said we'll be giving the first preference is positional arguments. But here we are giving what? Keyword arguments. Later it is coming what? Positional arguments. This will give you error. Syntax error, type error is going to come. Syntax error also will come. Syntax error. Read out. Positional argument follows a keyword argument. Straightforward it is going to give you. Are you following that? So this is called a wrong answer. When such wrong answer is coming, you need to sort it out or not. So can you sort it out? Huh? How do you sort it out? That you already done. And what is this now? B is equal to. It is a purely with what? Yes. You try to run this now. Got it. Understand? Now, I'm asking one more question, students. Next question I'm asking, you see guys, here I'm writing one more kind of small problem. Here I'm writing B1 is equal to, I'm writing B1. DCA. What is the DCA? Already it is there or not? Whatever the formal parameters are there, that only used as a keyword arguments in the function call. But all of a sudden I'm using what? B1. Do you have B1 as a formal parameter? No. When I'm using anything as a keyword argument, that keyword variable names must be there in the function heading. But here B1 is not there. You will get error. Unexpected value expected. Unexpected argument is coming. So getting unexpected value. See the answer. Line number 16. Line number 16. You see that type error. Display got unexpected keyword argument called B1. So I hope you are understanding the meaning called what? B1. So go for this now. Keep a comment. Keep a comment. Error is coming or not? What is that error? I will keep it. These are the possible errors which are going to come, students. So done. Understood? Well, this is concept of what? Keyword arguments. So when do you go for positional arguments? When you want to pass the specific values from function call to function definition. I'll go for positional. When do you go for default? When the value is common for similar family of function calls. That common value to be specified as what? Come on. Default arguments. Next, when do you go for keyword arguments? I know the function name. I know the function name. I know the argument. I know the parameter names, but I don't know the order of it. That time I'll go for what? Keyword arguments. And Kodeshwara is asking one question. Kodeshwara is asking one question. Everybody answer it. Everybody try to answer it. DACB is equal to 40, etc. Is it possible? Is it possible? Possible or not possible? Possible. Multi-line assignment. Multi-line assignment possible. Multi-line. He is asking possible or not. I'm saying possible. How? How possible? Python. Go to Python. Not here, Python. He is asking me possible or not. Suppose assume that Kodeshwara is the interviewer. Now he is asking like that. Possible or not possible? Kodeshwara also knows that not possible. I'm saying possible. How it is possible? Multi-line assignment. Multi-line assignment. And what is happening there? And writing like this. Here, comma is not there. He is also missing something. So here I'm going to write it what? Comma to be written. So possible. How do you print the data? B comma, A comma, C comma, D. It is printing the data. D or B now? B. Actually, this is not a correct doubt. I'm just making fun with the Kodeshwara. So this is going to be valid. He is supposed to give. Actually, I did not see comma. So this is called a possible. But this is not possible in which case? Functions it is not possible. Okay, Kodeshwara, are you following me? So it is something like this. Clear or not clear? Right. Now I will move to the further. This is about keyword arguments. Now I'm going to enter into the further. Another example I want to go for it. Look at the another example is something like this. What is the another example I'm taking here? Same thing. For assume that for all these function calls, I want to take one common value. What is the common value to be passing? Pi value, pi, pi, 3.14. I want to pass. Here also 3.14, 3.14, 3.14. Every time I don't want to pass. For all these functions, common value, I want to pass it. What I am doing? Pi is equal to what? 3.14. 3.14. Okay. I'll print the 3.14 also. For that, I am writing what here? Pi. Try to save this now. Keyword argument example 2. In my case, default is there. Default is available. Keyword arguments is available. Positional arguments is available. Exit out of that. So coming to this environment, py, see that, and pi I will write it. Here I need to write \t pi. Try to execute. Am I getting pi value or not? So this is my pi value. Suppose if you are interested, display, I'm saying 20, 10, 40, 10, and here I'm writing 3.14732214. Like that I'm having. This is my data. How do you pass it? This is the positional arguments. Positional arguments. If I leave as it is, what is happening? 20 will go to where? A, and B will contain 10. 3.141 will go to C. Next 40 will go to D, and 30 will go to where? PI. Is it wrong mapping or not? Yes, wrong mapping. Completely wrong mapping. Will you adjust it with the correct mapping? Come on. B is equal to A is equal to Pi is equal to, come on, D equal to C equal to. Save it. Save it. What is this now? Functional with what? Positional arguments. Positional arguments, no. Completely what I am passing? Keyword arguments and what also passing? Default argument also I am passing. Execute it and see this data. Am I passing or not? Like that. In any way, I can pass my data correctly. Did you understand? Fine. I hope you are following me. Now, go to the place. Now I'm going to take up one concept I want to show you. Keyword arguments, I want to go for it. Functions here, keyword arguments concept I want to take up. Keyword arguments. Read out. All of you read out quickly. In some of the circumstances, we know the function name and formal parameter names, and we don't know the order of formal parameter names. And to pass the data or values accurately, we must use the concept of keyword parameters or arguments. The implementation of keyword parameters or arguments says that all the formal parameter names used as a arguments in function calls as keys. That's why they named it as keyword arguments. All the formal parameters names used as what? Arguments in function calls as keys. Param 1 syntax for function definition. DE of function name. Param 1, param 2, param n. Syntax for function call. Function name. Param n is equal to value n. Param 1 is equal to value 1. Param n minus 1 is equal to value n minus 1. See, these things only using here. In any of the order I am using. Param n is equal to value n. 1 is equal to or called what? Good. When we specify keyword arguments before positional arguments in function call, then we get syntax error. You have seen already that syntax error. Are you going to follow? Positional arguments follows what? Keyword argument. Why that is? Because PVM gives first priority for positional arguments. Clear or not clear? Clear. Online students, can you respond? Now I'll go to the next technique. Next technique. You take any student outsider and ask this question, and simply try to get this question. And simply they will say, first of all, people don't know what is the meaning of functions. Definition of function itself, they don't know. Suppose if they ask, what is function? You tell me what is the function? Huh? Subprogram of main. Why are you thinking sorry is asking only definition? Why can't you think if an interviewer is asking what is the function? What is the function? You have to ask one question to the interviewer. Interviewer, are you asking definition of function now? Are you asking advantages of function now? Are you asking class called function now? Class function. Every function name is an object of each type function. So what is function? If we say your definition, there is a chance of going wrong. If an interviewer is asking that question, you have to ask clarity purpose. What? Are you asking definition of purpose of advantages of? Are you asking class function of? So interviewer will say what? He is a great candidate. You know, 4 answers for one question. He is really a good student, he will say. If you say your own answer for my question, which I am having something in brain, then suppose I am asking what is the function. In my view, function is a class. But what you said, definition of function you said. I will say, no, I'm asking what is function. What you will answer? Again, same answer you will say. If you ask the clarity from the interviewer also feel that he is a great student. He is having most knowledge is there. Knowledgeable student. Correct or not? Like that, you try to go for it. Okay, now? How many parts are there in functions? 2 parts. One is, come on, function, definition, function, calls. How many phases? Okay. Number one, huh? Function taking input. Function process the input. Function gives result. Like that. Don't say your lazy voice. Be active when you are going to interview. Before going to interview, be warm up. First warm up by warm up and not exercising. You do what? Read the notes first and then go to interview. So that is the way. Understand? I don't go directly to interview without seeing the notes. Anyhow, go to the point to next. First priority will be given to what? Positional arguments. So second priority, third priority, it is not in English. Okay. So some student is asking, I don't want to spell out the name because very irregular answers, irregular questions will come. I'll say first priority. If what is the priority, if any second priority will come, myself only will tell. Don't prepare your own Python knowledge. Right. So I'm going to discuss next. What is the next technique? Variable arguments concept. It is also a great topic. Let me go to the great topic. Positional arguments. Here I will tell you so many examples because this is one of the powerful concept now. Powerful concept. Now let us start about variable arguments concept. Spell out once. First of all, did you understand this English meaning? Length means what? Number of values. 4 values, 3 values, 2 values, 6 values, 8 values, 9 values, 2 values, 1 value, 0 value. What is that is called? Variability in the length. Variability in the length. One weight is 190 kgs, 120 kgs, 70 kgs, 20 kgs. Is it called variability in weight or not? Are you following? So, such kind of thing I am going to discuss. First, English meaning variable length arguments. Arguments are coming in where? Function call. Length means what? 4 arguments, 3 arguments, 2 arguments, 1 argument, no arguments. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. What is that? Changeability in the length of the arguments. In English, we call it variable length arguments. Let us start example. File, new, others, Python. Program for demonstrating, demonstrating the need of variable length arguments. Who will execute the Python program? Who will compile the Python program? Hmm? Who will compile the Python program? Come on. Huh? Girls. Who will compile the Python program? PVM. This is I'm asking second time or third time. Open chestanu sir. To tell you, it's a very adventurous job. Adventure job, really. So go to the features. These days, teaching to students is really an adventurous job. Really very danger. So come now. Here, sum.py, source code submitted to Python compiler. It is doing compilation phase, reading the line by line of Python code by searching for syntaxes. If no syntax errors are there, converted into intermediate code. Compilation done by what? Python compiler. Such a bytecode submitted to whom? PVM. PVM is executing the program and doing the execution like that. Final result will come. This is called a compilation. This is called execution. Both of them will be done line by line. That's why it is known as what? Interpretation based programming language. So in the description also, in the description also, compilation done by Python compiler, execution done by PVM. Such a great and descriptive nature explained. Very perfect notes I gave. You forget. Who will execute Python program? PVM. Who is your teacher? KVR sir is my teacher. Unnecessarily you are reducing my name. Not only one girl or two girls. Boys also said, most of the girls said that answer only. Ghazni number 1 you are. Whoever is forgetting the daily things, they are called. I don't know why you will forget. Anyhow, let us move to that. Now I'm going to enter into the further. Now I'm going to say. Now I will take this example. Main program I'm going to take. Now see this now. Let me ask one more question. Every function call needs function. Otherwise we get, come on, name error. Name error. Have you seen that? Yes. So come to display, display 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What is this now? What is this now? Function call with function call one with five arguments. With five arguments. Correct? For this function call, definitely one definition is required or not. Here I am writing var gs example1.py. Variable arguments example1.py. Let me show you. Let me show you the error for you. Let me show the error for you. Save. Go to the place. I'll run my code. Py. See students. Got what error? Name error. Okay. Go there. Can you sort it out this one? Def display a comma b comma c comma d comma e. I will print what here? A comma b comma c comma d comma e. Printed. This is known as what? Function definition. Function definition 1. Did you remember how it is flow is taken place internally? PVM comes to which line first? PVM comes to which line first? Line number, line number. ఎందుకై మీరు అసలు first it will come to line number 3. After line number 3 it will come to line number 8. From line number 8 it will go to the line number 3 and then line number 4 and it will execute and gives you the result. Beginning it won't come here. It will come to line number 3. It will come to know that it is a function name. Correct or not? It will come to know that it is a function name. Are you following me? Then after coming to know, then you are going to know about what? Display of this function call 1 with what? 5 arguments. So run this now. I'll be getting the answer. See this now. Try to remember everything what I explained. So got my data. Now be careful. Function call 1, function definition 1, matching. 5 arguments passing, 5 parameters taking, matching. Be careful. Here I am taking one more thing. Display only similar function name. Similar function name. That's the point here. Function call 2 with 4 arguments. With 4 arguments. With 4 arguments. Same function name. With 5 arguments and 4 arguments. Is it not called variability? Variability means what? Changeability. So 5 arguments, 4 arguments. So 5 arguments and 4 arguments. Function call number 2. When function call 1 and coming to this place, executing and coming to line number 9. Line number 9 is what? Similar function name only. But how many arguments? 4. Where it will go? Will it go to line number 3 or not? Will it go to line number 3 or not? Yes or no? Yes sir? Yes or no? No? Yes sir. Okay. See, yes students, you see. Your name is yes students. So, come on. What is happening? 10 will go to where? Yeah. 20 will go to where? 30 will go to where? 40 will go to where? Then what about E? E also need to pass one value or not? It is a positional. Positional means what? 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, n to n. Yesterday only I said. Now am I passing the value for E? What PVM says? Type error. Type error. No. You are saying it will go to line number 3. You are saying, is it an error or not? That means for function call to function 1 definition matching up. No, not matching. What is not matching? Arguments and formal parameters are mismatching. Execute it. See that error called what? Type error. Display missing one required positional argument for E. You are missing one value. Are you following me? Suppose if you take this, if you take it, this is if you take it, some 100 you take it, no problem. It will perfectly executes. But here I want to take how many values only? 4 values. Now, is function call to matching with function definition 1? 1. No. What to do? What to do? Is it necessary to define one more function or not necessary? Speak out. I don't say anything. I want to see your response. Speak out. So shall I define one more function or not? Define. Define. DEF display of A comma B comma C comma D. A comma B comma C comma D. I will print what here? A comma B comma C comma D, which is known as what? Function definition 2 with four formal positional params. 4 positional params. With what params here? 5 positional params. Are you following me? Yes. Be careful. How the flow will start? Come on, start with line number 3. After that, line number 5. Then it will come to know this thing. Coming to line number 9. Line number 9. Coming to line number 10. Will it go to the corresponding ones or not? What is the answer? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Next, 10, 20, 30, 40. Is it your answer or not? Yes. But this answer is wrong. This answer is wrong. Sir, why this is wrong? Now I am going to explain. Start. First it will come to where? Line number 3. What is the function name? With how many arguments? 5 parameters. Next it will come to where? Line number 5. What is the line number 5? Same name. What PVM is? What is the PVM is? What is PVM? What is the role of PVM? Executing Python program. What is the PVM is? Interpretation job it will do. What is meant by interpretation? Doing line by line. When it comes to line number 3 to line number 5, PVM will remember which line? Already what name? Display. Already this is what name? It removes which display? Latest display. LKG 1 student is X. UKG 1 student X. 10th class 1 X. 9th class 1 X. Second year 1 X. Third year 1 X. BTech 4th year 1 X. Which X you will remember more clearly? Latest one only you will remember. You will forget about all these things. Correct or not? Like that. PVM is coming to know line number 3 one display. Line number 5 also one display. It remember which display? Latest display only. Previous displays it forget. Because it is an interpretation based programming language. If it is a Java, it remember all the functions because it's a compiler and then what? Interpretation based programming language. C++ and C also it is a compilation based programming language. Tell me now, line number 5. It will come to which line? With how many arguments? But PVM remember which definition? Display with 4 arguments. It will go to which line? Line number 5 or line number 3? Line number 5. It won't go to line number 3 because it forget. It goes to how many values you are passing, but how many parameters you have. Is it an error or not? Yes. See that error. That means this only will pass to this. This only matching and this one is getting problem. Line number 9 error. See that line number 9 error. Display took what? 4 positional arguments. But you are given how many? Is it mismatching or not? Then think. If it is what? Different ones. If it is a display 1, display 2, no problem. Display 1, display 2, no problem. Because these are the unique names. Unique names will remember. It will execute perfectly. It will execute perfectly. But my standards are what? Same name. Same name with a different variable length arguments 5, 4. Here also display and this also like this. Are you able to follow? So what is the will be executing? Keep a comment for line number and a 10th only will execute. Only 10th answer is coming. Which one is not coming? Ninth answer is not coming. Are you following me? Next, similarly, online students coming to the place back. Here I am going to take up. Here how many I am passing? 3. Here how many I am passing? 2. Here how many I am passing? 1. Here I am not passing anything. Here I am not passing anything. With what arguments? 2. Next what? Next what? 0 arguments I am passing. Then what to do? I will go for just a define session. I'll just define it. I am telling the need of what? I am telling the need of what? Variable length 3. I will print the 3. Next, I will go to one more definition I will define. Same function name. Similar function name. AB. AB. 4. With what? 4 with what? Two formals. Two formal positional arguments. AB. Here I am taking like that. Now I am going to take it. So, here I am going to take up A. Here I am going to take up. One argument is with 5. With what? 1. Next, I will write it one more. I never take anything. Which is going to be 5. With what? 0. With a 0. With a 0 formal parameters. Here I will write just what? Empty. Empty I wrote it. Be careful. Try to follow me carefully. Try to follow me carefully. I will write it. Carefully follow. Start. Main program. Start off. So carefully try to follow me now. See the total program I have here. So start with what is the first it will go to? Line number 3, line number 5, line number 7, line number 9, 11, 13. Which one it will remember? Latest display function name only will display. Why it is remembering that? Same name is there. It remember the latest one. Once it is remembering latest one, will 13 will go to this place? Error. 18th will go to this place, error. All of them are errors only. What is the answer is coming? Last one only will be coming. So here I will write it. Function call 3, function call 4, function call 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is this now? 5. And then what? 6. 6. This is also 6. So this will give you errors. This will give you errors. Then how to sort it out? I'm going to say. Line number 17 error. Quickly I'm showing the errors. Line number 16 error. 18 error. 17 error. 18 error. Go to this place. Line number 19 error. Line number 19 error. Go there now. Line number 20 error. 20 error. Now I'm going to take it. See that. Line number 21 error. Come on. 21 error. 21. Go to this place. Next to this one. Now that only will execute. What is the answer? Empty. Able to follow? Done. Go to back. Then how can I take care? If I write like this, this is my situation in my coding, this is the situation in coding, will this program will execute? Will this program will execute? No. Why? Here I am writing. Here I am writing. This program will not execute. Will not execute as it is. Because why it won't execute? Because PVM is PVM is performing which process? Interpretation process. Interpretation process. And it remembers latest function definition. Latest function definition. Why latest function definition? Because we have family of what? Similar function names. Similar function names with variable, with variable, positional, I'm talking about in terms of definition, positional arguments or what? Params. That is the reason. I'll just say here word wrap, and I hope you are remembering it. Will this program will execute? No. Then how can I execute that? How can I execute that? This is what I'm going to take it. So one student is asking, he's a danger guy. So can I pass string? He's always thinking like a C language student. Still he's thinking like that. So I'm going to write it. Travis, Rosam, and the next is called what and dr like that, comma 23.34, next to true, next is called what like that, whatever 2 plus 3j, like that you take it. Python is a dynamically typed programming language. I already explained when you are in the school dress only. When you ask such doubts, I'll get irritation first of all. So see that you'll get a function call with what? Function call with what? How many? 3 and 6. Function call number 7 with what? 6 arguments. 6 arguments. What I will write it? I never write in the like a C language. Int x, float y, string z. Will I write like a C language code? I never write it. What I will write it? Mr. Ranjit Kumar, I hope you are reading the notes. A, B, C, D, E. I will write what here? F I am writing. F I am writing. So F I am writing. Function numbers what? 7 with what? 6 formal parameters. I will write what here? F. F. Are you following? Keep this entire thing comment. First of all, keep this entire thing comment. So keep this entire thing comment. Multi-line things. Execute. Execute. Am I getting the answer or not? So am I getting answer or not? So it is not the correct. When you read, when you are attending the class, you should have a lot of commitment. 1.2, 2.3, 100, 200, and something like kV, and say -3, minus 3j. How many values? 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Are you passing like that or not? Yes. See that here I am going to say getting output or not. Where I taught this dynamically typed only. If it is C, their data type is there. That is called type reference error will come. But in Python, it is called dynamically typed. Are you following this? So take care. And when you are going to put the any doubt, first of all, you have to remember the total answers. Then only the doubt should come. Doubt will not come when you listen properly. Proper reading, proper practicing, proper attending the class. No doubt in my class. That's a pakka. So if you are irregular or not reading, compulsory 101 doubts will come. So this is error is coming. So I will keep this is an error. All of them are going to be errors. So this program will not execute as it is because interpretation process. It remember the latest function, this one only, but it won't remember what? Other kind of things. That's why these errors are coming or not. And how can I execute this program? That is my next step. Shall I show you how to execute? Yes. Ranjit Kumar, did you understand? So, Shahid, I'm telling that how to overcome this problem. So I'm telling now only. He's asking that. And exciting. If this excitement is there in BTech first year, by the time you are in Microsoft or in any of the NASA or somewhere else. So come to the point back. Now I'm going to say this program will execute. Now I'm writing. Will execute as it is. Now how I'm going to execute? Look at. Now I'm going to take variable argument example 2. What is our PVM doing? Interpretation. Interpretation means what? Define, call it. Define, call it. Define, call it. Define, call it. Define, immediately call it. Define, immediately call it. Don't postpone defining once and calling once. Define, call it. Define, call it. Now I'm going to say this part is there, na? Cut it. and here you call it. Immediately you call it. Make a line lesson. Because you are a child na, kid na you are. So one line. Why? అయిపోయింది అది. In childhood days you did like that. In programming you are a kid. Maybe big in form, small in brain. Next. This is another one. Another one. Cut it. Cut it. I will write it. I will write it. I am going to write it. The same thing here also. Writing. Defining, calling. Defining, calling. Defining, calling. Defining, calling. Like that. Let me separate it. Separate it. Now like this. I will take up this 3 arguments. Where is the 3 arguments? Here. So call it. Next 2 arguments. This is a 1. Call it. 2 arguments. So here getting. Next is called what? Display out. This you call it. Here I am going to take up. So here I am getting display out. You call it. Now here I am going to say. Here I am going to say. See students, got it. Next you say. Defining and then calling it. What did you understand? There is no question of what? There is no question of forgetting because I am having the same set of things. Defining, immediately calling. Coming to line number 4, line number 6, go there and execute. Go to line number 8, execute and then coming back. Defining and calling, defining and calling, defining and calling, like that. Try to run my code. Try to run my code. Are you able to follow? Right. Run this. Perfect output will come. Variable arguments example 2.py. Go to this place. 6 p.m. Functions here. Try to call it. Try to call it. Now go to this place. See students. Py. I'm getting perfect answer. Are you following me? Output I got it. From wrong result to what we got it? Come on. Perfect result I got it. Now the limitation is what here? Now the limitation is what here? Don't exactly listen the class. Limitation is what here? Now the limitation is what? How many function calls I have? 6 function calls. How many definitions? In this program? In this program? In this program? I'll write it. In this program, I'm saying all of you don't exit, listen very carefully. I'll give an ultimate thing. Follow carefully. Follow carefully. Your excitement will not work here. Listen carefully. If you are so excited, go to other batch. In this program, we have 6. We have 6. 7 function calls. 7 function calls. Correspondingly, we have what? 7 function definitions. 7 function definitions. In general, we have n function calls. N similar family of similar function calls. N function calls. N function calls. We have what? N we need how many function definitions? N function definitions you need. Is it not waste of time? Is it not waste of time? It is a waste of time. It is a waste of time and takes lot of time to develop it. Correct or not? Then how do you do? This is a waste of time. It takes more development time. More development time. More development time. I need what? We need what? N function calls. N function calls I have. N function calls we have. We need one function definition. This is what is called variable length arguments concept. Defining one function definition really an advantage or not? For how many function calls? Earlier, how many function calls? How many definitions? Leads to what? More development time. But we have what? N function call. With how many function definition? It is definitely a great advantage. That can be done by the job of which concept? Variable length arguments concept. Are you following? Now I am going to enter into the variable arguments concept. So I am telling to you, first one, variable arguments concept is coming. Somebody is calling the same function by passing different type of values. Integers are, floats are, doubles are, no. 14 types of values you pass it. No problem. Of any length you pass it. This normal program will not execute. I made it to execute. I made it to execute what? Define, call it, define, call it, define, call it. Executed or not? But this is giving you what? More development time. To solve it, I'm going for what? Hundreds and thousands of similar function calls. I will define how many definitions? One. It is a great advantage, which is not there in C language, C++. In Java, there is a concept. Anybody knows Java? There is a concept called what? Variable length arguments concept is there. Variable length arguments concept there also will be there. There is a different syntax will be there, but we are not talking about it. We are talking about this concept only. So go to the point back. I will carry this now. See students entering into this place while I'm explaining with a purity of heart, you listen it so that you will understand the class very well. This program will execute as it is, as it is. Now I'm going to remove that. How it is executing? See that pure variable length arguments. Remove. What are these are all called? Function call. Family of similar function calls. Taking 5 arguments, 4 arguments, 3 arguments, 2 arguments, 1 argument, 0 argument, 6 argument, 20 arguments, 30 arguments, n number of arguments. No problem at all. But ensure that similar function calls with a variable number of arguments. I am defining how many function? Only one definition. How to define, I will define a single function, DAF. What is my function name? Display. I will take. I am defining a single function. Whenever we come across a similar function call with a variable number of arguments are taking, with a normal Python programming, we have to define a function, call it, define, call it, define, call it. Is it taking more time or not? To overcome this process, I will use which concept? Variable arguments concept. In variable arguments concept, I will define a single function which takes one parameter. One parameter. That parameter name is KVR. Any parameter you take on your name. Any parameter you take HYD. Any parameter name you take X. Any parameter name you take A, which is preceded with a symbol called asterisk. 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 Spell out. Called star. Star symbol. Star symbol is used for what in our Python? Multiplication. Star symbol also can be used for what? Huh? Come on. Repetition operator. Star symbol also I am using before the variable. This is called variable length argument. Colon. Here, star A is called star A. Star and param name. Star A is called variable length argument, variable length parameter, variable length parameter whose type is variable length parameter whose type is tuple, whose type is tuple, whose parameter, whose type is tuple. Why sir tuple? Why not list? It will handle all the values are stored in the single variable only. All the values are stored in single variable only. Star A indicates one value, two values, all values put it in the bin. It's a bin. That star A can hold what? Similar type of values, different type of values, all types of values with unique and duplicate with immutability. When values are coming to me, will I change it? No. You are sending a parcel to Bangalore with sweets, with somebody will send some more, some more. Is DTDC person open and eating one sweet and packing up? You never, you receive it. It is called what? Constant value. It is called what? Tuple. He will transfer that. He will transport it. Yes or no? So, coming to the point of it, star A. This star A is called what? Variable length parameter. Whose type is? Whose capacity? What is the variable length parameter capacity? It can hold similar type of value, different type of values, all types of values with unique duplicate with what? Immutability. What is that variable is called? Tuple. Sir, print sir once. Print once, sir. Print of what? Type of A. Type of A. Keep a comment. Keep a comment for everything. Keep a comment for everything. Try to run it. First one only active. I defined only one function. Okay, save this. Now see this one. What is happening? All these values are passing to whom? All these values are passing to whom? Star A. While I am explaining, I will explain what? Positional parameters also I will take. Default parameters also I will take. And I will take mixing keyword I will take. So many examples I'll tell you. Listen very properly. Listen carefully. Execute py, pure variable arguments. What is the type? Tuple. Print the data also. A comma. Type comma. What I'm saying? Len of A. Execute. How many values are coming? This is a tuple class. How many values? 5. Come on. Next comment you remove. Next comment you remove. Where it is coming again? Same place. All 4 values are transferring into where? Printing. Come on, execute. How many values are coming? Same function. 4 values are coming. Am I defining one function or more than one function? One function. With which concept? Variable length parameter. Star A is known as what? Variable length parameter. Spell out. Next I will remove this. Next I'll remove. Keep the comment. How many values going? 3. How many values are going? 3. Are we getting 3 or not? Next I will remove another one. Another one. I'll write like this. Pin to pin I am explaining for you. See that 2 values. Am I defining one function more than one function? One function. Come on now. You just keep a comment here. See this now. Getting the one value only. 10 comma. Already you know one value comma. It is called tuple. Next I am going to write it like this. Remove everything. Now see the answer. What is happening? See. What is happening? Empty. 0. Is it printing 6 or not? How many definitions? One definition only. Are you following me? Now, sir, how to? Let us go to next. Let us go to next. I am going to take a print. How do you print this data? Okay, you are printing. Now I am going to write it. Print off. See this one, and I am writing. Print off what? Number of values. Number of what? Values. So many examples I'll discuss. You don't excite it. Len of what? A. And print for value in where? A. Print of what? Value, comma, end is equal to what? Some space. Some space. Try to execute. Print of this line I am saying. Print of this line I am saying. Try to run it. Same thing. I'm printing my data. So go to that place. Here I am getting. Enter into this. Say, execute. Py, like getting like this. Of course, I need to write it. Print off. Getting into the new line. So, are you getting or not? Beginning 5 values printed, 4 values printed, 3 values printed. Are you following me? And this is my data. Can I pass different values or not? Anything you can pass it. Now I'm going to enter into further. Clear up? Next step. I'm going to enter next step. Pure variable arguments. Online students. Is it clear for you? Is it clear for you? Now, coming to one question Mr. Ranjit Kumar is asking, but sir, the whole point of a function is to call it anywhere, right? And no code reusability. That's what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. Now you are feeling like that. Now you go. Now you have to practice the notes. See, he's saying no code reusability. Code reusability means what? Defining once, calling multiple times. Here I am writing. What is that now? Display. What is this? RS. Next is called a TR. How many values it is taking? 5. Now ST. Now DR. Now next what? KV. How many times I defined? Huh? How many times defined? Modhu Babulu? One time. How many times I am calling? How many times I am calling? Is it not called code reusability? Once one subject is there, it is beautiful. Previous program you run it. Variable arguments too. Is it printing twice or not? Yes. So, Ranjit Kumar, I think it is clear. Is it reusability or not? How many times defined? One time. How many times I am calling? What is this is called? Code reusability. Code reusability achieved or not? Yes, achieved it. But practicing is important. Done. You come to this place, defining one time. See how many times I'm calling. Calling or run. Perfect. Now coming to next. Here, pure variable argument. I printed this. Next I'm entering one more. Shall I? Yes. Go. Now I'm showing next example. Beautiful example. See, entering into this place. Like this. Now see, pure variable example 3.py. Now coming, I'm going to main program. Main program. What is that? Find total. Find total of this 100 comma kV comma. I want to find out the values of 10, 20, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50. And next, next one more student. 2. Ranjit Kumar, something like RK. He want to find out. He want to find out 100 comma 200 comma 300 comma 400. He want to find out. What is this now? Function call. See how many values here. First two values, number number name, constantly maintaining. But the number of values he want to find the sum is varying from one function call to another function call. Are you following? Well, here you observe 5 values. Here how many values? 4. Next, one more student, 300, 300. Hemnath Sai, Hemnath Sai. He want to find out what? 1.2 comma 2.3 comma 4.5. He want to. And one more thing, find a total of what? 400. Next is Kodeshwarao. Kodeshwarao. I am taking Kodeshwara may ask a question. Sir, 120 comma, something like Hyderabad comma, and don't say 2.3 like that. Don't ask me. Why? It will give you error. Numerical value adding to the string is difficult. You know, you don't know that. You already you know. So this we should not pass it because our intention is what? To find the sum of variable length arguments of numerical values. So program for finding variable length, sum finding sum of what is that? A numerical value, sum of variable, variable, variable length, variable length numerical values. So is it possible? You will get which error? Madhubabu, type error. Adding one value with go to that, test it, testing. So 10 plus h by d will give you what? Type error. Are you following? Yes. So 10 plus 20. What is the error? Type error. But 10 plus type of 20. Sorry, int of 20. You can happily write 30. But you cannot do what? 10 plus int of what? H by D. You will get what error? Value error. What about value error? Value error. Already in typecasting techniques I explained. Are you following? Yes, beautiful. So don't get the doubt of like that. So Kodeshwara also want to find 10, 2.3, comma 4.5, comma 20, 5.6, 7.8, like that. Are you following me? And next, one more thing. Find the total. Find the total. What is this now? 500. 500. Row sum. Don't want to compute any value at all. He don't want to compute anything at all. Are you following that? Now, how to do this? Beautiful. Come on, go. By study the data. Study the data. Constantly number is coming. Constantly name is coming. 5 arguments, 4 arguments, 3 arguments, 5 to 6 arguments are coming. Are you able to follow? Now, how to do this? Come on, fast. DEF. Come on. Hmm? Find total of. Find total of. What is this now? SNO, comma, name, comma, star values. Star vals. Why star vals? Because I am getting the flow of variable length values. Variable length values. See, variable length values I am using after positional parameters. Whenever I am using variable length arguments, it is supposed to be only one. I can use one or more number of positional params. I can use one or more number of what default of value, default parameters, but variable length arguments to be used only one because it can handle 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything you can handle it. Are you able to follow? You cannot write comma star HYD comma star Bangalore. You cannot write it like that. Whenever you are writing any variable length arguments, it should be only one. That too, you have to use in the last. That too you have to use in the last. Sir, you said default arguments also last you said. Variable length arguments also last you said. Next example I will use. Default also I will use. In connection with what? Variable length. Variable length. Everything I'll tell you crystal clear. You try to understand. What is this now? Student number. Student number. Dot format of. What is this now? SNO. Print of what? Student name. Student name. I'm writing dot format of name. Next print of what? Student. That's all. Now I want to find out and summing a logic I'm going to write it. First you try to understand. First you try to understand this data. You try to understand. First print chessanenu. I want to make it to feel comfortable. I want to make it comfortable. Print of what? Vals. Comfortable. First you feel comfortable. Pure variable arguments example 3.py. 3.py. Out of that, you come out of that, exit and execute. Py, I'm getting. He is a person, 100 kV, this is an answer, these are values, like this I'm getting. Are you following me? Come on now. Come on, do the logic of what? Summing. Do you know how to do the sum of list, apple, etc.? Yes is equal to what? Come on. For value in vals. Vals. Same. Come on, guys. I say value, comma, end is equal to some space I am writing. Now I am writing s is equal to s plus val, or I can write what? S plus is equal to what? Val. And I can say print off, and I can print here. What is this now? Sum is equal to, comma what? Yes. What is this plus equal to? Shorthand plus operator. Shorthand plus operator. Shorthand plus operator. Sum is equal to what? Yes. What is this now? Sum of the numbers are coming. 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 Here no sum is coming because my tuple is empty. What the sum is printing? 0. 0. Execute. Execute. See students, here, beautiful. What is the sum? 150. What is the sum? 1000. What is the sum? 8.0. What is the sum? Like this. What is the sum? 0. Because no input is available. Are you following? Yes. Easy or difficult? Easy or difficult? Easy. Are you following? Are you okay? So what is the rule here? Whenever you are using variable length argument, number one, it should be only one. That to where to use beginning, middle, last. If at all I use in the beginning, if at all I use in the beginning, you will get error. You will get error. See that, comma, you will get error. See, point to point I am showing, pin to pin I am explaining. Error, error. So I have to use only in where? I have to use only in where? Last. Clear, online students, everybody, including Ranjit Kumar also, everybody try to respond quickly. Yes. Now, coming to next, coming to next. So go to the place. So here, like this. All of them are living in where? Hyderabad only. All of them are living in Hyderabad only. Learning Python only. What you will do? Will you say Python, 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 Java like that? What you will do? Come on. Where you will write it? Default arguments. Default arguments also lost. Variable length argument also lost. What is the last? That is the question mark now. Both of them are lost only. Then what is lost? That I have to decide. Are you following me? Suppose if I write city is equal to what? HYD, comma, CRS is equal to what? Python. Now I am writing like that. Do you know, students, what will happen? Answer will come. See, answer will come. Student city is equal to, I say here, dot format of what? City. City. Now I am going to write it. Student course. Now I am taking student course. Student course. Now I am taking student course. Now I am taking, what is this now? CRS. Well, go to that CRS. Be careful. When I am taking this as it is like that, what is happening? You see, 100 will go to where? KV will go to where? 10 will go to where? CT. 20 will go to where? CRS. 30, 40, 50 will go to where? Are you getting wrong result or not? See that. And here also same thing. Here also same thing. And RS. And for last person only, you are getting something correct. Go to 4.py. 4 or 5. 4.py. Execute it. See students. Execute it. Go to that. See that. Py. See this now. Perfect. See that. CT10. Course 20. Only for these three values 120. Here 100, 200 like this. Here 1.2 course. It went wrong or not? So last person only City Hyderabad course is Python. Why? No values passing. City and Hyderabad is like that. So it is not recommended to write this default arguments in the before variable length arguments. So I will cut that and I will write here. Where I am writing? At the end of what? Variable length arguments. Did you understand? Now you run it. Come on, start. What is this now? 100 will go to that and a name, and 10, 20, 30, 40 will go to where? Star vals, and these are containing like that only. Clear or not clear? Yes. So variable length is also lost. Default variable also lost. Which one is the last recommended? Before that, variable length. Before that, if I go to my function, if I go to an interview, what is the syntax for defining a function? I don't tell this example. I don't tell this one. I don't tell this syntax because I want to show my expertise in subject. I don't tell this syntax. I don't tell this syntax, which I said in the beginning. Child level explanation. This is called a list of what? What I will tell in interview, no students. DEF function name. What is that? List of formal positional parameters. Definitely interview will ask what? What is positional parameter? Okay, you have to take interviewer into your hands. Okay, if you have subject, If you don't have subject, he will take in your hands and pressing and out of it, throwing it in the dustbin. Next is called what? Star variable length parameter. Definitely will ask what is star, what is variable length parameter. You should not tell immediately, comma, default parameters one or more, list of default parameters in the last. Before that, this is the syntax. Definitely will ask lot of questions here only. Positional parameter, you will ask definitely star. What is the variable length parameter? What is the default parameter? More than enough. When you say perfect answer, you'll say great candidate, you will say. If you say this answer, if you say this type of thing, I'm not satisfied. If this question is coming in examination, if you write that particular syntax, you are a great student. Correct or not? Execute. Execute. This code you execute. See students, go there and execute. Here, that's why continuous reading is important. Continuous reading is important. See that everybody, 100 kV HYD 150. 100 kV HYD 400 previous result. As it is, as it is. Last, no result. Are you following? Now, see students, now I'm going to take up something like this. Any doubt? Any doubt? Now, be careful. Now I'm saying find the total, find the total, find the total. I'm passing HTML, HTML 600, 600. Now I'm taking dr, dr. Now I'm passing the values as what? Like this I'm passing. No values interested to pass. Next I'm passing USA. I'm passing like this. Come on, answer. Muddubavalu. HTML is called course. HTML is called course. 600 is called what? SNO. DR is called what? Yes name. USA is called what? How do you write it? How do you write it? Come on, quickly. CRS is equal to SNO is equal to yes name is equal to city is equal to. What is this concept called? Yes. What is my arguments here? Positionals are there, variable length is there, default is there, super concept. Execute. See that student. Last student sum is called what? Last student sum is also called 0 or not? This is the data. These are values are there. Now be careful. I am passing the values now. Find the total. Find the total. I will write it. Find the total of. I'm passing like that. 700. 700 I'm passing. MC I'm passing. Now I'm passing values as something like -1, -2, -3, -3, -1.455, -1.55, -3.44, and 5.66. Like that I'm passing. Positives, negatives, etc. Now I am passing what? Now I am passing what? Something like Australia. I am passing Australia. Come on, start with. 700 will go to where? Come on, quickly. SNO. Good, 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 good. Now next is what? MC pass to whom? This entire thing will go to where? Star vals. When it goes to star vals, you are adding. This one you are adding with all these things. Last for all these things, what is adding? Australia also adding. Which error will come? Huh? Type error or value error? Huh? Don't tell like a college viva. What error? Value? Value or type? So type error. You will get type error. Look at that. Execute. PY. See that. Of course, same example. Type error. Why? Float value with what? STR. You are trying to add this value here. It is a problem. Are you following? How do you sort it out? These are okay. Now we are writing what? Come on. City is equal to what? Australia. So these are all treated as what? Positionals. This is treated as what? But course remains same only. Course remains same only. Are you following? Well, see students, how beautiful. See, everything is mixing. It's like what? City, Australia. Course is that. Answer is here. Go to that. If you say like this, if you say like that, one more thing I am writing. 800, 800. I'll remove the city here. Now I'm writing. Here I'm getting Java. I'm getting Java. Like this I'm passing. It is 11. It is a 12. It is a 13. Like this. I'll remove some value. Tell me now. Come on. Is it valid or invalid? Come on. So can you sort it out? Come on, sort it out. Huh? CRS is equal to what? Java. Next, is it from here? Is it clear? Shall I add something or not necessary? Add. Okay. Tell me. When you mention that, rest of the values will go to the star values or not. This is going to give you error, syntax error. Why? Variable arguments values also acting as a formal, acting also positional params. And these are called acting as what? Keyword. And these are acting as what? Positionals. It will give you what? Error, syntax error. Positionals arguments follows keyword arguments. Already I shown you error or not? But why are you telling the answer now? Not remembering. Remembering, listening, forgetting. Ghazni number one. So, come on now. Come on now. PY. See that it is syntax error. Syntax error. See that syntax error. So here it is syntax error. How do you sort it out? How do you sort it out? Come on. Go. I should not write like this. How I will write it? I should not write like that. So I should not write like this. Pass 800 as it is. Just name you pass it. Positional arguments you pass always. Now last you write what? For example, I am writing Java here. I am writing Mumbai here. Will you pass like that? When you take like that, number and name is receiving. Star vals receiving everything or not? But Mumbai and Java are not related to star vals. But these are related to what? Default arguments to be passed in terms of keyword arguments. Java is what? Course. And Mumbai is what? Now I will pass through who? Keyword arguments. Pass. What is this? CRS is equal to city is equal to C. That's why whenever I am using default arguments with what? Variable length argument in the kind of what function call default arguments to be used as a keyword arguments in the last function call last only. You cannot use it in the beginning. Understand? Execute. See the answer now. See the answer now. See the answer now. Are you getting or not? Mumbai Java, Australia Python, here USA HTML, RS HYD Python. Rest of them are containing same thing or not? This is the beauty of the subject. I need not to discuss this much because in real time you will come across this situation only. If you come to an interview, I will ask this direct question. This one only I will ask. Basic questions I never ask. No person will ask in interview. They will ask direct attack on the advanced question. If you don't answer, they'll come one step down. One step down, no. Second step down, no. Another step down. You might try to open your mouth, they won't take you. First three levels, you should answer it. Fine. Are you able to follow? This is the most important. Now I'm opening what here? Now I'm opening. What is the need of variable length arguments? Shall I open it? What is the need of variable length argument? Am I defining one function or more than one function? In this positional arguments are there, variable length is there, default is there, keyword variable length is also there. Okay now. So if I tell only first level thing, number of approaches to develop, what about this? See how much depth is there. We are in second level only still. When I go to third level and fourth level, marvelous. Go. 4 p.m. functions. Now I'm telling the need of that. Variable length arguments. Read out. A big description is written. Start. When we have family of multiple similar function call with a variable number of values or arguments, then with a normal Python programming, we must define multiple function definition. This process leads to more development time. Already shown example or not? This one. Defining calling, defining calling, defining calling. More development time. See, pin to pin I am explaining. To overcome this process, we must use the concept of variable length parameter. To implement variable length parameter concept, we must define a single function definition, takes a formal parameter preceded with a symbol asterisk, that is a star param, and the formal parameter with the asterisk symbol is called variable length parameter, and whose purpose is to hold or store any number of values coming from the function call, and whose type is tuple. Whatever I shown, same thing is in the notes. Explanation something, note something, syntax something, output something, program something, student is nothing. Now, what to believe, what not to believe, that is a different. Teacher require this quality. What we explain, same notes, same syntax, same output. That is a teacher quality. When we studied, sir will say something. They will add their own kavitvam to the subject. And when it comes to programming, it will go 20 errors. Why error is coming? SAR explanation does not contain. That's why students are getting problem in programming. Understand? That's why try to realize and tell to friends. Python is not like Python going on. Python is real Python is what you tell them. Okay, come. Syntax. Syntax for function definition with variable length parameter. Come on, start. DA, function name. List of positional params. Star param 1. 1 or more than 1? 1. Param 2 is equal to what? What is that? Yes. Star param is called variable length parameter and it can hold any number of argument values or variable number of argument values. Star param type is tuple. Rule 1. Star param must be always written last part of the function heading and it must be only one but not multiple. I wrote multiple also I shown you. But when I am writing, I want to show. That's why beginning day one I said, anybody says theoretically don't believe. You ask, sir, show me programming. Sir will get angry if they don't have the subject. But you will get problem now. Sir angry, I don't want. I want subject. Let the sir get angry. No problem. But I want the subject now. Correct or not? So he in my class, point to point, pin to pin. Come on, next rule 2. When we use variable length and a default parameter in function heading, we use a default parameter as last before we use variable length parameter. And in function calls, we should not use a default parameter as keyword argument because variable number of values are treated as positional arguments. That is the error also is shown you. Error also is shown you because I am using this as a beginning. It is an error. That's why we have to use what? Last. Clear? Clear? Will you tell now? Will you tell now that rule? We understood. We understood. చెప్పడానికి రాదు అది. That is called not concentrating. Concentration means one sir says, as it is, I have to tell that. Like that, you have to come and sit in the class. 6:10 and 7:45. selfie both the sides. Think about it. That is what you need. Okay now, online students, is it clear for you? This is what concept? What concept? Variable length arguments. Done. So 26 line. Where is the 26 line? 26 line, nothing is there. Already explained. Already explained. So this is CRS is equal to Java is called a keyword argument. This is a keyword argument. After keyword arguments, what is available? Positional arguments. There is a first priority is what? Positional arguments. Later other thing. But here you are giving second priority now. That's why error. So SEMA got it. Okay now. So next class when I come back, what I will explain? See, when I am explaining variable length argument, what is mixed? Positional, default, keyword. When I am coming to keyword tomorrow, I will mix this, mix this, mix this, mix this. After mixing everything, what your mixing will do, I don't know. Whether you will understand or not. But I will understand clearly. So, students, tomorrow, one small thing. Tomorrow, 26th June, morning 7 a.m., new full stack Python batch is starting. Any friends are there, tell them. Seriously tell them. Instead of course, majority of them are there in my Python classes only. But if anybody is missing, 30,000 Python in Hyderabad in most of the places, right? 25,000. And what they teach within 25 days, 30 days over. Because of that, what will happen? Student will think that they know Python. You ask some questions, what will happen? Problem. Tell them 6,000 Python a year. Rest of the 24,000, they can buy laptop. They can practice happily. Are you great help or not? So tell them, make the students to understand. Okay. VSS Ramakrishna. Okay. So, okay, my dear student. So tell all our classroom rules and regulations. All rules and regulations. Sir will shout on us compulsory. Don't feel it. You will understand slowly that effect of the class. You tell them. Beginning, you misunderstood me, na? Huh? Girls, you misunderstood, correct? Later you understood what? Reality, correct? Yes. So all big good people will be beginning misunderstood only. Because we are not cheating, right? We are helping you. So always helpers will get angry on you, feeling emotional, they will express, and you should understand positively. When you do wrong, your parents will shout on you, or will they will say give award? No. So like that, teacher also they will do like this only. Good teachers, right? Anyhow, students, come to the point. Tomorrow class I'll go for what? Variable length arguments concept. I will explain. Don't miss it. Thank you. All the best. Take care. Carry on. Online students, you hold on if any doubts are there. If no doubts, you can leave it. Students who are in the online, am I audible, students? Online students, am I audible to you? Can you respond once? Yes. Anybody is having the doubt? You can ask me the doubt. So I think there is no doubts. I hope so. No hand raising symbols are available. I'll close my class and I will log out and I will upload the notes for you. Please take care and try to start working on that. Thank you guys. All the best. Best of luck. Good night.